Are you looking for a lost period or have a very irregular period and you think there's no hope, you'll never have a natural period again, only the fake bleeds? You need to listen to this video because I can help you. Not having a normal, regular period, a natural period, not drug-induced, is not only an obstacle to fertility, but it's also an obstacle to your whole body health. It tremendously affects you. When you have regular periods, that's every 25 to 35 days, that indicates you're probably also ovulating, then there is a tremendous swell of health that comes through the whole body all the time. Your body can then create a cascade of wonderful hormones that affect your mood, increase dopamine, serotonin, help you calm down, increase GABA, and at the same time give you nourish your beautiful hair and nails and strengthen your bones. The effects of no regular period? Just Google it. Dry hair, hair loss, visual changes, acne, facial hair, pelvic pain, anxiety, and it goes on. Just Google it. You'll see everything that can happen because you don't have that wonderful cascade of hormones that are created by regular periods. It's not just estrogen and progesterone in the period itself. It's the whole ball of wax. It's time to learn how to bring back your natural period. It's not hard. You just have to know what to do. And I can teach you. Hi, I'm Amanda Howell, and I'm the director of Radiant Wonder Health and Wellness, a company of professionals who are dedicated to helping you learn how to improve your health safely and simply. Over the last 25 years, I've helped women around the globe to find again cycles, periods that had been missing for many, many years. Some people as long as 10 to 15 years. And help people regulate those irregular periods. I have my own story of lost cycles and being told I was in menopause and using the methods I now teach others to give birth to a beautiful baby girl in my mid-40s. But this is not about me. This is about you. In this presentation, I'm going to expose 3 myths you've been told about your period. These statements are widely believed to be true. You may believe them, but in fact, they're false. And then I want to help you. I'm going to offer you a free 1-minute quiz where you can take it and determine what your period blocker is, what's keeping you from having that natural period. From my observations from all these years of working with women, I've created a list of questions that I need to ask to be able to determine when I combine them, which is the block that fits this particular woman. Because as you know, one size doesn't fit all. You know, women are not all the same. You know that. I know that. There's no one size fits all solution. Anyone who says so is not being honest. And this is why there is not only one potential period blocker, but 4. I know your blocker by recognizing the specific combination of answers that you give in the quiz. I'm going to make the quiz button always live, so you can leave if you need to. But I would suggest that you find a way to listen to the whole video. Because what I'm going to tell you may shock you, but it's going to give you the information that you need to empower you to make these changes. So now the 3 myths, things you're told about your period that just aren't true. Myth number 1, that the drug-induced fake bleed periods that you get from the pills are setting your body up to see if it can have a period on its own. That's wrong. Were you told, like I was, at some point to take prescriptions for 3 months and to bleed and then stop and see if your body can do it on its own? And did it work for you? It sure didn't work for me. And there's a reason why it's very unlikely for it to work for you. And how do you feel? You feel like there's something wrong with you. Listen to me. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have a disease. Your body has all the equipment that it needs to make something work. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have a disease. You just have an imbalance. So let me read you 2 letters that I've gotten from customers. Number 1 is Maria. Amanda, it's working. It worked. Yes, I stopped the pill and today I had spotting. It's not a full period, but I have not had a period in years. So believe me, this is off the charts for me. She'd been taking and doing the program for about 4 months, and she already had spotting, which is amazing. Her period's coming, and she knows it. Another one from Angie. I'm so excited. I had not had my cycle for 3 years. I've been on your program for 5 months, and today I have not just the spotting I had 2 months ago, it's a full cycle and no pain. I didn't even know it was coming. This is so hard to believe, Angie. This is very typical of what we get from people all the time. So you see, it's possible. After you've tried the hormonal bleeds and nothing's been working, what comes next? The next myth, that you have an irreversible condition. And you get a diagnosis. And the diagnosis is going to be menopause. That's what I got. I was in my mid-40s. Or perimenopause, early menopause, or premature ovarian failure. Your ovaries are dying. You have no eggs left. Or premature insufficiency, ovarian insufficiency, which sounds just as bad. Or PCOS. You get a diagnosis, and the diagnosis feels like it comes to you with lots of scary hormonal levels, and it feels like it cannot be changed. As one customer said to me, I don't want to know about all that. I just want to bring back my freaking cycle. She's got it straight. You think things can't change? Listen to what this woman has to say. I was told I had POF years ago, along with Hashimoto's, and hadn't had a natural period since I was very young. I had started the herbs and your free self-care plan. When the herbs were delayed because of shipping problems with COVID, I just kept doing the free self-care plan religiously. I never gave up. After 6 months, I started seeing a cycle, but it showed up every 3 months, regularly, but every 3 months. And it was a healthy blood flow. And now I'm pregnant. Now, how did this happen? Without even having the next period, I could feel something changing. I knew something was going on in my body. And the feelings at first were subtle, but then they became strong. My moods were so much better. I felt a calmness through my life that hadn't been there before. And my energy was dramatically different. But this is a total miracle. Thank you, Radio Wonder. Myth number 3. You can't do anything about it. The real truth is that you are the only one who can do something about it. You are the only one that can help your cycle to come back, because the Western techniques simply override your body's ability to create the right hormones. But when you nourish the body with the right nourishment, the right foods, the right herbs, and you also have other techniques that you do and lifestyle changes and just some simple things that help the body to absorb better this deep nutrition that you're eating and you're taking in, you will start to see and feel the changes you've heard from these other women. And at the end of this, if you're still around, I'll have a long one I can read to you, but I just couldn't fit it in earlier. It just depends how much you want to hear the stories. So learn what you can do. Take the quiz. Find out what your period blocker is. Which of the 4 blockers is yours? And immediately get some tips of things you can start doing today to start turning things around. So I'm going to say it one more time. While you're here thinking about it, mulling it over, and you've got the computer up, just click on the button and take the 1-minute quiz. What have you got to lose? And you're going to learn what your period blocker is and things that you can do. It'll be emailed to you immediately. So I'm so appreciative that you listened to this, because if there's anything that drives me in my life is that having had a chronic condition, whatever it is, lost periods, all kinds of things, whatever it is, and being able to overcome it when the doctor tells me he can't help. I always check with the doctor to see if whatever's going on is something that could kill me. But when I find out it isn't, then I come back and I use the techniques that I teach everyone, and I use the amazing herbs that we have, and I put it to rest, and I go on with my life. So if you're still here, click on that button and take the test. take the quiz. If you want to hang out and you still want to wait, then I will read this last testimonial to you because it's a little bit long, but it's very thorough. I know it was your help and Radiant Wonder products that helped me become fertile again. I didn't have a lot of hope when I found you guys. Having exhausted all the fertility procedures available, I was at the end, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. I wasn't ready for a story or another major expense. The truth is, I didn't even call for help with fertility. I had given up. I was totally surprised by the help. I got the right information about the right herbal program combined with small lifestyle changes, and it made such a big difference in my life. I got on an herbal program. It took about 3 months for me to be sure that where this new energy and emotional stability was coming from. It was so natural, it was hard to pinpoint the cause. Then, after about 6 months, my life really began to change. My power, confidence, creativity, and ambition all came bounding back. My period, which I hadn't had for over a year, started back up again. I felt strong enough to start asking in silence for the baby we so badly wanted. And she came. I am so grateful, not only for this precious child, but for the growing understanding about how to bring good health into my life and my child's and husband's. I will always take the time to confer with you every couple of months. Who knows what's in store for me next? Anna. So thank you, Anna, for sharing this, not just with me, but potentially with other people who need to have a little bit of hope to take a step to see if changes can be made. I hope you're one of them. Have a wonderful day and push the button.